welcome to the review of the Honda Vezel, or as some might know it, the Honda HR-V. Come on, let's dive in. We start with the engine. So, under the hood of this machine is a 4-cylinder 1500cc hybrid engine, transmitting power to the wheels through a dual clutch gearbox. It has good fuel economy, around 30 kilometers per liter. Actually, of all the cars I've reviewed, this is the car with the best fuel economy, which makes it one of the most loved some compact crossover SUVs. 142 Newton meters of torque are the power figures you get with this engine. So wacha tuchambue exterior this Honda kidogo. So as you can see, the prima facie, you can see very beautiful fog lights on that side. So with the side profile, the most notable feature is the back doors don't have your conventional handle. Handle iko hapa juu. Kind of looks like the Juke, so I don't know whether Nissan copied Honda ama it was the other way around. Other features is the wheelbase is not as long, but it is a bit longer than its competitors, which makes the car more practical. Come, let's go to the rear. Let me show you a few features. So I'm seated in the cockpit of this car. Of course, my most favorite part is the cockpit. By the way, I love driving and I'm a good driver. I'll show you. But anyway, kuja tuchambue cockpit na wewe. So moving on to the steering wheel of this Honda Vezel. Of course, there's paddle shifters on either side of the steering wheel for those of us who really enjoy the driving experience. And then there is a lane assist system. And of course, you can drive this car on eco mode. Like on a parking sensors, traction control. All those are safety features to ensure you're safe as you drive this car. The gear shift is not conventional. It looks a bit different, a bit creative. As you can see, the parking, ukiweka parking lazima ufinye. Put reverse, you have to shift the gear lever up and drive down. Of course, it has an electronic handbrake and the brake hold. Something I learned when I was researching on this car is the use of the brake hold. Brake hold, especially when you are on a steep hill and you decide to stop. So the brake hold prevents the car from rolling backwards as you regain your momentum. Another very notable feature in this cockpit is the air vents, which run all the way from the co-driver side, especially on the co-driver side, zina run all the way, coming to join with the display screen right there. So I'm seated in the rear of the Honda HR-V. If you're sitting 3 people here, it can comfortably accommodate 3. The long wheelbase of this car gives it an advantage over its competitors. It has very good spacing, very adequate leg room, adequate headroom, and adequate shoulder room. Also, it's worth noting that there is a power output at the back, just for the comfort of the people seated up and nyuma. And of course, kuna speakers, msisahau. A very special feature in the cockpit of this car is where the power outlets are placed. So they are below the gear lever, but there is a kind of space. Yo mtaona tu. There's a kind of space, and then the power outlets are below the gear shift. It's a very special feature. I actually haven't seen it in any other car. So one very special and distinguishing feature of this car, once you power on the engine, once you power on the engine and you look at the display, the digital cluster, as you can see, it's green. And once I switch it to sport mode, as you can see, it switches to red. Now red means it's using the engine 100%. And when I press the sport button again, it switches like that, which means it's using both the engine and the battery. As it turns green, it's fully running on the battery. That's a very, very smart fuel saving technique. Puts it ahead of its competitors. That's just a feature.